Hey everybody, it's Patrick. It is Tuesday morning. I am in New York City and I was considering not doing a hair video this week just because I am in New York City. I am concentrating on my play, which is called Parthenogenesis, and we opened on Saturday. I'm happy to say that we sold out for Saturday night, which was great. So that was really incredible. There were a lot of family and friends and a lot of other people that I didn't even know, and they all said that they enjoyed the show very much. We had our second show last night, which would be Monday evening at 9 p.m., which was a little worrisome for me because when you think about going out to see a show, you generally don't think that you're going to go out at 9 o'clock on a Monday evening, but we sold more than half the house, which is great. You know, a lot of people came out to see it. They also seemed to really enjoy it. We did have a technical issue the first evening. The director and the designers had come up with this beautiful plot in the background, which was made out of video projections that it didn't change the plot at all, but it really enhanced the way that the whole play looked. They had a problem with the computer connecting to the projector. It worked in tech, but then it didn't work in the evening performance or the afternoon's performance on Saturday, but it did work last night, and I think it just really made it exactly what we wanted it to be. I've had a kind of a rough week in terms of just not feeling all that hot. I've been going from freezing cold rooms to boiling hot subway cars and walking around where it's hot outside. My stomach's not feeling all that great, and I don't know, I'm a mess, but having a good time anyway. We did go see 2 Broadway shows when we first got here. Peter, when he showed up, I came by on Wednesday for our last rehearsal. He came by on Friday, so Friday evening we went to see Mamma Mia. He wanted to do something really light and fluffy, and that's about as light and fluffy as you can get. If you like ABBA, you'll like that show, but otherwise it's a tourist show. We also saw The Curious Incident of the Dog at Nighttime, which was mind-blowingly terrific, just amazing. It's based on the book of the same name. If you've read that book, it's a very technical show, and it's amazing. And I also saw another Fringe show, which was called Reading Between the Lies, which starred 2 people who were in a play of mine in New York in 2001. So it was good seeing them again, and it doesn't feel like it's been 14 years ago. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. So the one thing, I was trying to think of something to talk about in regards to hair, and the one thing that I have noticed, well, 2 things I've noticed. The first thing is that New York seems to be the land of the man bun, especially where my show is performing. It is in the Bowery district, Lower East Side, that sort of area. And yeah, there's a lot of guys who look like hipster lumberjacks. They are walking around, they've got their plaid, they've got their jeans pegged. We used to call it pegging in the 80s. I think they're just rolled up. They roll them up around their ankles, and you can show their socks, and then they have their cool boots and their suspenders, and they have their awesome beards or the mustaches with the curly ends, and they have the little man buns up on top of their heads. So I don't feel like I am the only one who's doing this sort of thing right now. They don't really seem to have the long hair like I have. They seem to have like the more sort of shaved on side on the top, sort of just the top knot look. But it's all over that part of New York. And the other thing is that New York in summer for hair sucks. I will say the water in New York is great to my hair. It feels really great after I wash it, but I have to wash it or rinse it once, twice a day, which is a lot more than I've been doing because I am a sweaty mess. You can't get around New York in the summertime and stay cool, especially if you're on and off the subway as much as Peter and I have been this summer or this week. It hasn't been unseasonably warm, but it has been very hot, and yesterday was a killer because we went to see a show and the air conditioning went at the theater, and it was the only time that I could see this show and they offered to refund tickets if you didn't want to sit through it, but it didn't feel like it would be too bad. They left the doors open and it was just more of a casual environment. But my God, by the end of the show, my hair was absolutely dripping wet, just disgusting. So ran back to the hotel room because our show was at 9 o'clock that night. I wanted to make sure that I could at least rinse out my hair, which I did. I rinsed it out, I put in a little conditioner, and that was at about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And no, it was about 5:30, and my show was at 9, and 9 o'clock my hair was still entirely wet because I don't blow dry my hair, and it takes a long time to dry out. That's why I always wash it like right after work one day, and then I wait until bedtime and it's usually almost dry, and then in the morning it's completely dry. So trying to stay cool, I have been sometimes I've been wrapping it up in a bun, sometimes I've just been doing like a double or a triple, like I take the ponytail and I'll fold it up once and then I'll hit it with another clip. One person did ask me for a tutorial on ponytail. It's a super simple process, but I will do that next week when I'm back in my home state. But anyway, it's been a very exciting time for me right now. My remote for my phone doesn't work very well, so this is as low tech as you can get. I hope everybody's having a good week, and I will talk to you again soon.